Oh, hello everyone, this is comrade-Sirius. Welcome to another episode from Workers and Resources, and this time we'll find out that this train is way too short and that I'm absolutely insane in terms of relevant planning, but you may have already noticed. So, anyway, this train is now running to diesel. I have expanded the line a little bit because I wanted, for it to go at least once in our unloading spot. But we are not having enough fuel. And it's not great, I can simply send it right away to the customs house. But 105 tons is definitely not enough. As you can see, it just shown me. We'll need more of these wagons. And I'm not sure, but we probably can do something about it. We also have some more trains waiting for something. Yeah. And the thing is, these guys are... This rail is more frequented than I anticipated it to be. So what I will do is that I will give them a simple passing loop. It's not a loop per se, but it's definitely something they will be able to utilize. So that's one. They should be able to, go behind the customs. I can even connect it to this bit, so I think I can, because there's no more line running in. So it should be fair. Okay, let's have it like this. And let's assign a construction to it. Nobody will be going there right now, but I'm not confirming the rail right now. Because, as you may have noticed, the music is still not on, and there are quite a few stuff that will need to happen. And one of them is obviously having more tanker wagons. Let's look at licenses, because I'm quite curious about what we have in, what we have available. Cargo wagons, come on, no workshop maybe, or you can leave it. But in terms of cisterns, there's just these Wismar 1965 that are, they're pretty running out pretty soon. Let's say this. Let's say it this way. 1965. Do we have something better? We got these are 25 tons. Yeah, that's a workshop from Soviet Union, 1961. Then there are these, 50-ton ones. It's also, from some Polish pack or something like that. But let's keep this vanilla for now. I don't know if we'll have any, availability ready quite soon, but we can take a look and look at cargo wagons. No workshop, so it makes things a lot easier. And better cistern wagons are coming in 1959, looks like. 60 tons of cargo. I think that's okay. And that's something that we will take in. Then there is something like this in, from Soviet Union, but I do not see it, and I don't know why. And I probably am not able to even buy it, so I don't know where this comes from. Or it might be some of the mod, but it shouldn't be the mod, because those mods are not starting in 1900. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We will stay like this, for at least for now. I think I just might want to make this train a little longer, but that will take a while. Okay, let's let it run in like this for a few moments. We have other work to do, and one of them is we need money, and money are lying and wasted just right here. Because this storage is 40% full, there's a lot of fabric. These guys are doing their work, but now we have 300 tons, just sitting here. And that's obviously not the best idea. By the way, we absolutely should build some containers, near these guys, so they can get picked up. I don't think we need anything fancy, but you know what? We have the small reconstruction office. Yes, I have added, few of waste stuff to them. Basically this line, so they can finish it. That's something we also need to do. But we will need some open hull wagons that can carry containers. These absolutely can carry, because they can carry vehicles as well. But we have them right here, most of those. And you know what? I will utilize a diesel train, because we have a diesel station down here. And it's working. So probably it would be the best option. Like in the depot we have some, yeah, it's like 45 BRs. It's not exactly the ideal option. And so let's do it from the depot. We have a big cargo locomotive for 130. That's the one that has been hauling trams. And I think we can simply just, utilize this one. So, a little bit of planning. You will come to the station because I need you to turn around. Otherwise, it will be able to trace there, but it would just go through the tunnel all the way to the Střížkov. There it would turn down and go back down again. That's absolutely something I do not want from this train. Then you will go across all of this. And you cannot stop there. Okay. I don't know why, but I definitely do not like it. So, you will go to that depot. And you need to refuel yourself. And you have no way of refueling. That's not great. Would I be able to put something like a refueling station in reach for these guys? Not easy to retrofit this thing. It would be amazing to try to put it here. Can I try? It would fit, but it's not possible due to things we have. I mean, we can, if you would like to, and I would like to, we can probably throw it somewhere in here. It's not the best option, but it is a option, which is probably all I can get from it. So that's what we'll do. We can't terraform because of the building. Yeah, it seems like. Never mind. This thing will still fit here, so we should be able to place it there. And let's go with the wooden one. Not a problem. F3, yeah, sure. You can come in here. And yeah, we will be able to just, throw you in. This chain signal will then be put here, because this thing will no longer be needed. And, a mixed signal inside. Again, don't press anything, don't press any start, because we will need that. Yeah, I clipped the path. So, yeah. You know what? Before I will do something stupid, let's move on to Střížkov station. Few words. I wanted to record the creation of it for you, but A, it was quite long, and B, the recording fell mid-times. And you can see it's quite big. You may have seen some time lapses, like for example those rails at the horizon that were in the time lapse in the last episode. So this is a passenger station, terminal station, and it's called na Knížecí, because that's what really there is. And the good part is it's in reach of the church. So we will send trains to this terminus and back. Maybe, well, probably from Modřany. I don't know. We'll see. It might be, you know, a motor traffic train. I don't know. We'll see. Next to it is a big passenger station. It already has the name, Smíchovské nádraží. And that will be the big passenger terminal for through trains, like, you know, the big trains that will go through the whole Republic to the main station and then, you know, to anywhere to fulfill the campaign of this map. So that's what is here. Here is an end station. So it might be useful. I don't know if it will, but it might be useful. Here is the first small depot. It's a modern one, 2 rails, but they are basically there for, you know, this cargo station that's right next to it. So we can just, you know, send trains there and, you know, have them turn around as well if we'll need to be. Then there's a big depot on the other side. Again, that one will be used for passenger trains and so on. Throughout the whole thing, and you will be able to see it like this, and it's much easier to look from the perspective. You can see that these are those through rails that will go through all of it. These are just the side rails, you know, to the cargo and all the way around. From the cargo station, they will be able to come to loading station. It's a, you know, for conveyors. It has for conveyor towers. And that one will be assigned for, you know, this whole area. Because if you want some exports, for example, like another bauxite, we can absolutely have them here. We can transport it either to the aluminum plant, or as the aluminum there is probably not needed, we can just have, you know, lines, and that will do some other stuff. A small problem, a small issue. I promised that I will try to fit a shunting operation here. Despite the insane length of the station, I simply wasn't able to put it here, so it in a way that would look great. So I'm probably not doing it here, because I would need to put, you know, those shunters somewhere in this area, and the problem is that they would be able to load and so on. Though to be fair, there is a lot of place around, but, well, I will see, but probably not here. But it will be, you know, available in another spot. So, we'll see. That's what we can get. Then, another spot, there are 2 distribution offices. Like a standard distribution offices that will hopefully get used, you know, to picking up these stuff, as well as we can just, you know, use this depot to just throw some wagons in and out. That's something we will need to do together. But this is mostly for bauxite. Then we have the other side, which is vehicle space. That's the thing we have at container loading. But this is a space for vehicles because it's much more space effective for storing vehicles that we either do not want or do not have a use for right now. Then there's, you know, the rail depot, and the rail depot has a side entrance, side exit, and I'm obviously counting with releasing trams from it. So this is a tram depot, so they can get repaired. This is a repair station that has both those depots in range, and also a standard depot for vehicles. This is its storage basically, and yeah, it's connected, and there will be, we can take a look, it's flat. We will be able to just, you know, drag a road through there and so on. So that's about it. And down here on the left side, after, you know, mixing of almost everything, this is coal and probably gravel unloading, because this one is coal and this one is gravel, or at least in the future will be. Why gravel? Because I do not want to make some insane gravel setup right in here. There might be, if it will, you know, be worth it, there might be some recycling for gravel and for, you know, construction waste basically. But what is planned here in the future, not now, but the plan here is to have some, you know, small construction area for, you know, asphalt plant, gravel loading, and all this jazz. So we can have, you know, reconstructions and so on. Last but not least, this is unloading station for, you know, liquids. It is connected with fuel, and there will be this is fine, but we cannot utilize the connection that is right away, because otherwise it will not get filled. Yeah, that's not good. I will need a truck supply, because fueling stations cannot drag fuel from adjacent structures, and that's, you know, not great, but well, it is what it is. So either I will build something like a pump, which is a big thing and also a costly thing. You can see, you know, steel and so on. Or I will simply say fuck it and will not build it, and they will just use trucks to supply it. Well, probably B will happen. So that's this thing, and also this is a big coaling station. So why we can unload coal here. This is a coaling station for all those coal trains. From now here, 3 rails are going out. Potential for 4th rail is, you know, this one, because we might be able, or might want to, you know, just stray from here and go across the hills and maybe back to Motol and Repe and everywhere, because this is where we are, and this is where nearest coal is, and we are having trains down up here, but they are not connected yet. And this coal is also a possibility, like, you know, a coal train can go through the valley. It's, you know, this valley where Hlubočepy village is. So that might be an interesting setup. Though this one is a single rail, this one is also a single rail. Both have quite, you know, capacity waiting spots. There are 3 rails here. There are, you know, all of this thing. And they simply meet all the way here in Hlubočepy, where there is so far a single cargo station that you have seen as well. Passenger station. This is the one basically that was there, and it probably still is. You can take a look at Google Maps, Hlubočepy. You can find it. The stop now is somewhere else. If you will look at it, the stop in current situation is not that further north, but it's, you know, near some railroad crossing somewhere in this area. It's just, you know, a station. There's not a bridge also, so the track is lower. So it is a single platform somewhere else, but the old station is still visible, and the station building is foundable on Google Panorama. You can take a look, and it's basically this structure. So that's for you. There is fuel unloading station down here, because we will need to refuel vehicles and stuff. But, you know, what will have an extra, you know, will be. We'll see in the future. This is one track that will then continue through the valley, or hopefully will continue up to Riporie, where, you know, the coal is. And as there is basically nothing else, we'll see. But here is the uranium ore, so we'll see what we can do with uranium. We can probably utilize like 1 or 2 mines. I don't know how much it will be able to yield, but we can build, you know, Hlubočepy and send people to those mines. That wouldn't be any problem at all. And then we can do some, you know, working of it all the way up here on Slivenets. We can utilize a cableway for, you know, transport of the ore on the other side, which would be interesting. Or maybe not the ore transport, but the final product transport, because that one is really, really small. And after all, we will need some way to dispose of the waste, which, to be fair, we have a waste cableway all the way down here. So if we would really need to, we might be able to just, you know, terraform a little bit more and stick another one in here and just make another station for them. We'll just be able to go over and over again, because why not? So that's it. We can absolutely do such a daisy chain. I will also demolish most of Lubochepy. The church will obviously stay, but most of this will probably go down. At least these two houses need to go because the road that went through is no longer, you know, capable of connecting to all those houses. Well, to be fair, you might be able to just, you know, join it down here, but I do not want those small houses because you have seen what it does. So that's where we are right now. This is where we did end. Well, not really. The last part you have seen is the rail that's going down here through the valley, and you can see it's just a highway and rails that going around. Here are 3 rails. If we would need to split those rails, we will be able to, but so far we are not doing it, so that's where we are. And currently we have vehicles stationed in this spot, which is around 1800 meters from this bit, so we will be able to just, you know, terraform for the rails and copy the spot. I'm not doing it as a time-lapse right now. You have seen how it's done, and I will simply connect it because those rails are already at the height we need. So I will simply connect it to these rails, and that will be all. Well, now for things we need. First thing, let's get to Střížkov. And Střížkov has already, you know, 2 houses built, and they will probably need more. And we have sold those trams. You can see those 212 meters. So that's one thing we can do. Also, there's another thing we can do, and I'm not sure if we have we don't. Yeah, but we have those excavators, which are fine. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I will then move them to Radotín, because that's fine. Okay, and there are these, you know, cableway cabins. They are manufactured in quite a decent speed, which is fine. Is anyone coming? Oh, that's a lot of wasted potential. Okay. You know what we can do? We can just put it up, and from the station you will be directed. At first, I need you in a fire station. I need you in the repair station as well. And I need you in these 3 buildings. This one is simply a 1%. Not a problem. Train factory is also like 3%. Vehicles, sure. Fire station, really important. So that's what we'll do, and yeah, just the rest of those guys will go inside, but they will not disrupt operation of the other stuff. Okay, that was not what I wanted. Okay, now we have these 3. Can this truck, which is an open hull, yep, can this truck yeah. What you can transport? You can transport cargo wagons of, you know, what we need, personal wagons. You can transport them, yes. I don't know how many of you, right? Let's find out. This is a road depot, so you have your job. And now you will go... Yeah, you will go down here. You will load... No. Let's do it in a different way. I will use a train to pull all of them down. And yeah, I know about you. You go back home. Though, to be fair, I would be able to just, you know, order it to go... Because it has a direct route. I can order it to go to this rail. And just replace some of these. Where are you? You are at home. Oh, yeah. So, this loco will come to our depot. And now, you will do what I wanted from you. Yeah, because this one is not suitable, preferably for diesels. Okay. You will load cargo wagons, and you will load full load of those opens, and those are these Stuttgarts. Load all of them, and then go with them to the depot. Okay, you probably will need to go through somewhere, so I can remove this one and you can go. Fine. That's what we get, and we will replace you with this small piece. And that's this. Where are you? Yeah. Trade is coming. That's great. That's what we need. I moved away. Okay. What is this thing? Yeah, that's the vehicle factory. That's something I do not want to solve. But I want these 3 excavators to have a really interesting trip. And the first one we do... let's start from the bottom one, right? Shall we? 1, 2, 3. So this one will be fine. It has fuel. We can start bauxite mining. This will be high priority, not because I really want it too fast, but because in winter they will not be able to get there, and that's the rest simply. And that's the thing we need, so yeah. That's this, and let's get out again. By the way, this thing will get finished very, very soon, but they can work on it during the summer, during the winter, so that will be fine. And these guys are already here, and they have not transported any chemicals to this setup. Why? Because there are chemicals, but you guys are no longer not able to load it from the cargo station. That would be silly. Yeah, they are not allowed to. Not allowed, but not able to pick it up. So, yeah, sure. Start working on it. Nothing against you. Nothing personal. By the way, these whole buildings you can see, they are demolishing them. The demolition office. Demolishing the hlubočepy will not get done like this. The simple reason is that, you know, these guys are always go full. If you will pick and say, you know, I don't want this house, and you will mark it for demolition, which is completely fine, you can see it has like 2.3 tons of construction waste, 0.2 ton of metal scrap, and 1.9 ton of, you know, mixed waste. The biggest problem down here, and right now, is that if I would assign a demolition office, which, again, even is not in range, they will just drive here, pick up 0.2 ton of metal scrap, and will transport it all the way, you know where. That's not a thing we want. So that's not a thing we'll do. It's very simple. So that's about that. By the way, what are we doing with metal scrap from our precious factory? I think we are still exporting it to customs house. Like, yeah, the plastic waste, construction waste, and metal scrap. I do think that we do not need to do this anymore, and that we can simply build a, you know, a recycling facility. Despite having, you know, waste, you know, and aluminum work, we do not need to have, you know, an aluminum processing. So we won't. It's very simple. What we'll do are those other two, steel recycling and, you know, plastic recycling. This is not a plastic one. This is plastic recycling. We cannot have it because it's not researchable so far. Good. That's what I wanted to know. Can we simply... Yeah, we can simply just hop into this junction. Yeah, sure. Do it, and that's fine. Once you finish it, let me know. Will we have a connecting part? We might. Will we have waste bins here? We probably should. So anyway, it will probably need some sort of connection for workers. This is not absolutely not great, but we can definitely cheat it in. Well, it's not cheating if it works. So yeah, that's what we wanna have. Yeah, do it. The plastic should be smaller, hopefully, as long as I remember. So that's fine. By the way, water. Water is very important. And I'll simply use this that we are missing crops again. It's not great, but well, it's coming. And so far, you know what? We can confirm the infrastructure. And these guys are not working on anything important yet. So what we'll do is this bit and this bit and let them work. And you know, we have one up here as well in Jablitze. So that's what you will do. We have this one. That's definitely should be a high priority. It apparently was not, but you know, that's fine. Please finish this, because then we will be able to just, you know, set up signals correctly. That's why trains are slowed down a bit. Once that one is done, you can start on this piece. This will be basically the second train coming here, and once this thing is done, let me know, because that means the part is done and we'll have a passing, something like we have here already. And once that thing will be done, I will just, you know, tell them to do this piece down here. That's probably all we need right now. Why are you unhappy? In Liban down here? Yeah, that's this house again. But they are at 50 right now, so that's cool. How many tourists we have? 150. That's okay. They cannot visit a church. Yeah, you can't. I know. Silly me. By the way, can you finish this up? Would be really cool. How are we with construction office utilization? Like, concrete dumpers. Dumpers are driving. Concrete, not so much. Shall I order you something? I probably should. So, you know what we'll do right now. And yes, we are doing it with asphalt, so we will stick to asphalt right now. It's not this, because that's a thing we definitely do not need right now. Yeah, that's 1, and this will be, that will be 2. I'm not doing it from prefabs, because I might want the buses to go there as well. But you know, let's go for this piece, and as I see, they probably will be able to drive to the other side no matter what, so we can probably just assign this one as well. And while we're at it, we can simply outlaw buses from here. But what the... I thought this is how they look. What is this thing? Like, hello? Please? What's wrong with you? Like, you know, this is a low priority, obviously, but... Why is there the texture like this? I don't get it. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad, I'm just confused. That's... probably obvious. So, okay, and what are we having here? Can we just... I think we can. Like, we can do this piece as well. And they can drive through one way or another. So... yeah, okay, let's do this thing as well. So, our guys have it connected. We will build Holešovice quite soon, but not now. I want to get back to Střížkov. because those are things that matter. We do have houses. We have quite a lot of houses, and you can see that it's not something like you know. I'm losing words. Sorry. But that things are in full swing. Let's, you know, put it this way. I am connecting a lot of small jobs, a lot of small pieces, and it is seen. And this one is way too close, okay. But we can absolutely have it, you know, connected like this. And I'm connecting houses like left, right, and center. Because it's not a problem, and what we have, these are these screws. It's 7, yeah. Number 7, they have buses, they can absolutely work on this part as well. They have a little problem, and by little problem I mean a little bigger problem. What do I mean? They need, there are no utilities down here set up. Oh well, there is one, and that's the heat. You have seen those. Those are these two heat exchangers, but that's not enough. We do have a big travel station right here. Probably should tell them to just finish the gate, please, before someone will break in. But well, it will take a while, no matter what. And now what do we need? We need a lot of stuff. We need waste. Waste is technically ready. Those are those waste stands. Though they are not completely everywhere, but we will manage that in the future. Once things will, you know, will get a little calmer. But what we need is are, you know, substations. And we will need, for, you know, quite a few of them. We will need water network, because there are no water substations right now. And we will need sewage substations, because we have sewage pipes that are, you know, planned up to here. But I will need to make some collector line. Probably, it might probably go, you know, under the road. Would be cool. So yeah, that's what I will do. I will simply connect to this piece, and we'll go through the network, like under the road, and connect everyone, which would be fine. And I will set up basically all those other utilities as well right now, so that what water will come next to it, and substations probably as well. These things usually come in triads, like, because they have the same range. The same range is 250 meters on a grid. You probably know this, but if you wouldn't, you can look at this house. It's 250 meters, and it's 250 meters from the top. But it's a square. So, with Pythagorean theorem, you can see that we can reach somewhere like this, because this is the line that's those 250 meters. So, yeah, those are square. They are not circles. I think it's cool to know this. So sometimes you will easily reach meters that are not possible in another axis. Well, this is the reason. You should overlap them anyway, so that's good. Okay, I will do this, and then we'll come back. Well, here we are. Now, as you can see, it's done. It's basically a, you know, massive pipe going through the middle with lots of switches. As you know, you can see one free branch, second, third, fourth, and then it turns around with, you know, just a medium pipe. I wasn't able to connect to this switch, and we need to, you know, have sewage treatment for those heating plants. But the wire down here is simply too close, so I cannot go through it, and I do not want to, you know, reconstruct it and so on. So, you know, F8, and we planned our own pipe. The second part of the city is basically done with these two pipes. That's not a problem. It will be, you know, very simple. In terms of surface, you can see those are not connected yet, which is something we'll absolutely We will absolutely do. Like, this is the 1, this is the 2. And what an absolute blessing, and I'm not meaning it in a bad way, what an absolute blessing are those, you know, rotational sidewalks that we made them, because you can simply connect it to any part and you do not need to care about if it will allow you, if it's rotated the correct way, and you do not need to make, you know, some convoluted lines. And if you would like to have this mod, well, it's not, well, not a mod, it is a mod because it's a modification of game files, but you can either look up my older videos where we did this and where I did tell you, but if you do not want to, you can simply join the Discord. The link should be in the comments, and there is a download section of things to download. Fuck, I didn't mean to. Sorry, guys. Well, harm is done. So, well, again. Well, to finish the thought, you can simply join our Discord, and there are download links for, and we can help you, both in, you know, Czech or English. That's not a problem. Now, do we want them to start building it? I think we do, because all they are missing are prefabs. So, you know, merrily. Start digging out those pipes. Well, also this one would help. This one is not connected. Come on. Come here. Now you are. It's good to look at if they are connected or not. Come here, and that's what we get. Yep. 4-7. You are definitely bulldozers here, so you can probably start enjoying the scenery as well. We do not need everything done, but, well, once we're at it, you can absolutely go for it. So, be my guest. Some of those houses are pretty simple to do, some of those not. I will let them work, because we do have time. We do not need a city right now, because there are some things that simply cannot be rushed. So why bother? Well, that is sewage. Before it will completely fade away, I will follow those dark lines, and I will put water substations, and I will also put next to those, you know, electric substations. Because all those pipes and wires can go around the sewage and not the other way around. So that's what will happen, and also I will just finish footpaths in this part of the city, like, I mean, those main ones, because they are still not done in many cases. So that's what I will want them to do. And, well, what can I say? Give me a little time. Well, a little bit away, I placed some water substations, and then it was like, yeah, you have got pollution, and I was like, pollution down here, that's bad, and yeah, the maximum is going up, and the average is going up, but it's not in the city. The only problem is here, yeah, we are, you know, hitting the area down here, and obviously the industry makes a little bit of stuff, so I am confident to just, you know, raise it maybe 8%, because these things will manufacture quite a lot, and that's in fact what we need. So yeah, nothing too broken or too bad. One thing to do: 1, 2, 3 excavators, so we can absolutely move down to our next area. We can definitely switch this off. Where are our bauxite mines? They are here. Yeah, these ones are coming. Okay, so the first one after technical services, 1, 2, and 3. That's fine. These guys are, well, we spent in pause, a lot of time in pause, so that's okay. And it's quite a stretch of road to get here, so I'm okay with it. These guys from Chodov, we should do something with them because they are finished and they will have, you know, they will have a free time. We definitely do want to utilize them. By the way, how is our bridge looking? The bridge is not looking anywhere, anyway, because the simple reason is we do not have anyone to be working on it, and you know, you can probably start doing this thing as well. I would then reconnect our nice little area, a nice little area around here, so that will be fine. Some bridges, yeah, they do work on them. Yeah, they are rolling over the river. Ah, that's basically what we want from them. So let's go. That's cool. Anyway, can we just make them go to the side if need be? Yeah, I think we can, and you guys will simply turn on. That's okay. Is this? Nah, this one is too short. Okay, we'll use people then in the future. Oh, and yeah, there's the Januaris. It's a slow train, so it takes a lot of time. Well, anyway, let's move once more to Střížkov, and it's October already, so we need to be a little careful. But our city then will need some substations. Shift to not see them, but then the camera rolls faster. What I have been doing is that I have been putting sewage down here and water right next to it. And we can absolutely put these substations next to existing buildings as well and make them look like part of one. For example, this one is way too close, but on the other side, it is, you know, perfectly acceptable. So this is the logic I will use. We'll need few substations, and I would definitely want them to overlap, because if one of them would be burning, the others will be able to just, you know, take over. So that's why we'll have multiple substations, like, you know, in this area. You can see it. 1, 2, and then third will be somewhere around here. There are free spaces. I'm trying not to break them too much, because then we'll need, you know, other stuff. And by other stuff I mean, you know, stuff like, how it's called? Yeah, the playgrounds and stuff. That's definitely not here, so don't worry. This is not a final version. But now this is what we have here. Now we need something like a second row. It's easily doable, because this one can catch, you know, all the way up there, so we can basically go. Yeah, this one is fine. This one feels okay, or maybe even down here on the other side, because it's, you know, a big enough spot. We will need a special one down here, so that's what I will absolutely place them next to our industry, because the bakery what we have here is not connected. Well, it is connected, so that's okay. By the way, we have food here. That's interesting. How are people getting here and manufacturing food? Genuinely curious, like, there should be no one in range. Because there are no buses here. How did they manage to manufacture like 8? I know. I know how did they manage to obtain it. Because someone unloaded it inside. This is what we'll need to do. This is what we'll need to have. Otherwise, that thing will get really crazy. Sometimes I'm amazed. Not gonna hide it. Well, anyway, we'll need to do some more substations because this one is not enough. So I will place a few more, and that should be mostly it. Yeah, probably. And last but not least, here we are with power lines. It's pretty simple. They will have their own connection right here. So this is, you know, pretty simple. I will just go under that thing. But as you can remember, these are 3 transformers. These are some subsequent medium voltage switches. So because the city generally do not need to utilize the biggest wires, even though they have it, because if there will be just, you know, some fallout, you know, some demolitions and so on, you then might need to supply it. So that's all. But basically, what is connected to those transformers directly are the wire from here, because of the industry and so on, and the wire from here, because of the reason, you know, because they might need it. Rest of those, like, you know, these small guys and these 2 small guys are connected to those switches, and they, well, they should alternate. One of them is coming there, 2 of these, and one of those, the left one, is going to the opposite one. Because this one is connected to the left transformer, so the other 2 are connected to the right one. So if anything would be burning, they will be able to supply. Obviously, if this thing will be burning, then it's, you know, not great, but it will be okay. What you don't see are water pipes, because they are not selected right now. And yeah, by the way, we have one more substation I forgot about a little bit, but we can absolutely take that one in. No, it doesn't like to be taken in. Yeah. Now it should follow. If not, F4, go down, F4, you go up. Yeah, they were basically too close to our rails, so that's what we can do. And you know what? Let's put it to the other one as well. This one is also, you know, make sure it works. Oh, that's what it will be. F4, because now we'll need dedicated connection. Go below and go up. Simple, easy. Now it's worth checking if all of those are, you know, 1 lines and not like 2 or 3. They shouldn't be, because the nature of the planning is that if you do things this way, they generally stay connected in one go, but that's fine. And you know what? We have this water tower, and through that water tower are currently going like 40 meters. People shouldn't use that much of water. Hopefully they will not. I'm missing a tick box in this building, and at the start of the episode we had like 2 workers here, and all of this was empty. The same with this. So yeah, not great, but hey, things are working, and it feels like we definitely should be able to. Yeah, they have all of these marked as to build it, and these guys have, you know, basically nothing much to do. So reconstructions, obviously do them, and then guys, yeah, if you feel like it, you can absolutely start building all of these structures as well. That will give them something to do, that's for sure. Obviously, yeah, you can include those towers into your mix. I don't know how long they will do it, but I'm pretty sure it will take a while. But again, there's nothing wrong with it taking a while, as long as it gets done. And it will. So that's fine. So this is what I want from them right now. We are having 400,000, which is cool. And yeah, finally, this bit of rail is done. So it means, yeah, this train will now be able to just, you know, go. We can switch these right away, and yeah, we can basically mark them as operational at this very moment, because we can. Because those things will be done, and I'm glad that we finished with this thing. Travel export? Yeah, okay. Not too many people, but you can see 2-man crew. They can take that down, but we definitely will need more workers in this fire station for any bigger project, because the longer it's burning, the longer the wear and tear goes down. And that's not great. By the way, Google Technical Services, those are these guys. That's cool. We should have some smaller ones, like not these. Probably remove this office in total. But I would really love to look. Where do we have? Are these ones? Technical Services. Yeah, are these one? Okay. Assign. And that will do, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. We got technical services for roads down here, which will be fine. You can probably start working on it right away. Well, oh, these guys have snowplows, which are fine, but they do not have road priorities set, which is not great. Now they do. So that's okay. That's probably where we are ending right now. And what we do. By the way, I'm really interested in where are these guys just now. Yep, now they are driving. So, have a nice day. See you in future episodes. Next time there will be some rails done as well, but we will continue. And if it will go well, we will start manufacturing our own aluminum pretty soon. So, see you and have a nice day.